Good afternoon, Blazers, and welcome back to InfoFlow from home. Today is Thursday, October 8th. I'm Amina.
And I'm Vivian. In local news, Montgomery County has reached a total of 23,079 cases and 810 deaths as of Tuesday, October 6th, with a 3-day average of 90 cases.
Now let's find out what Blair Theater is doing this fall.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them.
Morir es dormir, no más. Y por un sueño diremos las aflicciones acabaron, y los dolores sin número, patrimonio de nuestra débil naturaleza. Este es un término que deberíamos solicitar con ansia. Morir es dormir, tal vez soñar.
Rêver peut-être, c'est ça le hic. Car échapper de l'air charnel, si dans ce sommet du trépas, il nous vient des songes. Hatla.
ህይወቱ ግን ጥግ ፈተና ነው ማቆሚያ ድብሩ ጊዜ ራሱን ሲፈትን አስፈሪ ትሩ ማናቀም ይኖራል ይሄን ችሎ ተጋፍቶ ማደሩ ምኞት ማንቀላፋት እስከ መቼ ላለመንቃት ወይ ማለት ሰው መሆን ሚሉት ስጋት
Ɔhaw na efiri ɔwɔ n'akyi sɛ yɛbɛhunu kuro foforɔ a yɛahye no na ɔkwantuni bia ɛnkɔhu yare na ɛda yɛ so na mmom yɛbɛtu na ɔhaw bia ɛda yɛ so ma yɛnyɛ ɔhufoɔ.
And thus, the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment with this regard their currents turn awry, and lose the name of action.
Make sure to reach out if you're interested.
Are you a 10th grade student planning to attend college? ACES is a collaborative program run by MCPS, Montgomery College, and the universities at Shady Grove that provides a seamless and supportive pathway to college completion.
The ACES program seeks to serve students who identify with any of the following categories: historically underrepresented in higher education, first in their family to graduate from a college or university in the U.S., have differing abilities, from a single-parent household, falls below the poverty line as defined by the state of Maryland, or is an English language learner.
As a qualifying 10th grader, you can receive individual coaching, assistance in preparation for college entrance exams, college and financial application support, leadership development opportunities, career readiness training, and access to student success workshops. Visit the link below to learn about important information to apply. The application deadline is January 15th, 2021.
In local news, the Montgomery County Circuit Court prepares to resume jury trials. The resumption happened on Monday as the fifth and final step in reopening that Montgomery County courts have gone through since June. The courts will be equipped with such safety measures as plexiglass dividers, socially distant juror seating, headsets for distanced bench meetings, and plenty of Clorox wipes and tissues.
Now, let's check out some videos from this week's Voces Unidas videos.
Escapamos juntos, ver al sol caer. Vamos pa la playa, pa curarte el alba. Cierra la pantalla, abre la medalla.
In my opinion, the Nobel Peace Prize calls upon us to act in accordance with what it represents and the great significance it has worldwide. In addition to being a priceless treasure, it is an instrument with which to fight for peace, for justice, and for the rights of those who suffer the abysmal economical,
was raised by Latino parents in an immigrant home and became a translator like at 9 years old. My mom telling me, "Hijo, ven acá y léame aquí, por favor." So now I'm reading documents, translating words I don't even know.
Suerte que nos hora ya has nacido y que volveremos las distancias. Suerte que es haberte conocido y por llamar tierras. To watch more clips, visit our website at bnconline.net and check out our Voces Unidas section.
On Monday, President Trump returned to the White House from the military hospital where he had been receiving treatment for COVID-19. Shortly before flying back, he tweeted, quote, "Don't be afraid of COVID. Don't let it dominate your life," end quote. He likened the virus to the flu, stating, quote, "We have learned to live with it just like we are learning to live with COVID, in most populations far less lethal." Twitter labeled the tweet for violating its rules about, quote, "spreading misleading and potentially harmful information."
With over 7 million Americans infected and 200,000 dead, the coronavirus has reached the White House. Hunter Walterman has the details.
Today I'm in Bethesda as President Donald Trump is discharged from Walter Reed Medical Center after being diagnosed with the coronavirus. On Friday, President Donald Trump shattered the news cycle, tweeting that he and First Lady Melania Trump tested positive for coronavirus. Hours later, the president was transported to Walter Reed Medical Center in Bethesda out of an abundance of caution, according to staff. There, hundreds of supporters and protesters gathered to send a message.
I just am really grateful to this president, and I just want to wish him well.
I'm down here because as a Christian, we are called to visit the sick and the imprisoned.
As with anything Trump, the trip was not without controversy. On Saturday, White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows told reporters the president's vitals over the last 24 hours were very concerning, a sharp contradiction to White House Dr. Sean Conley.
So the chief and I work side by side, and I think his statement was misconstrued.
Conley himself then came under fire for misleading the press about the president's condition.
He's not on oxygen right now. So I was concerned for possible rapid progression of the illness. I recommended the president we try some supplemental oxygen, see how he'd respond.
Ultimately, this had little effect on the opinions of supporters and critics who either love the president or hate him.
He has more energy when he has a virus than most people have when they're perfectly well.
I really just need to shake his hand and thank him for all the work he's done for me.
On Monday, supporters were out in full force to watch as the president was discharged from the hospital, returning to the White House, where he will continue treatment. With less than a month to go before the election, it's unclear exactly how this will affect President Donald Trump's re-election chances. Reporting from Bethesda, Hunter Walterman, BNC News.
Thanks, Hunter. For more updates, follow Hunter on Instagram at Hunter_Walterman and on Twitter at Blair Sports Guy.
That's all for today's show. Check out our website at bnconline.net to submit any announcements, and follow us on Instagram at bnc.infoflow and on Twitter at bncblair. We'll be back on Monday with the latest edition of InfoFlow from home. Remember to wash your hands, avoid touching your face, and follow social distancing guidelines. Stay safe, Blazers.